Who is someone you don't like but you respect? I have a co-worker who is cocky. The thing is, he backs up his bluster with a higher level of skill and knowledge. He got promoted and I took over his responsibilities. He didn't train me much and I had to figure out a lot of it on my own. But I got good fast. The thing is, I'm a quiet professional so no one noticed. When crap hit the fan, I got blamed. Leadership held a meeting and brought in my co-worker who they respect a great deal. He looked into what I'd been doing the previous few months and said I was going above and beyond what he would have done if he was in my shoes. He saved my job and since then I've gotten a lot of recognition for my performance and work ethic. For that I'm absolutely grateful to him. He can still be kind of a dong, though. Ugh, I hate when cocky people are actually good. There's a guy in my office named Bill. Bill isn't friendly but he's polite. He eats alone because he wants to, leaves the office, never goes into the lunchroom. His cubicle has no pictures, no personal mementos. He never speaks in team meetings and doesn't contribute to office potlucks or theme days. He never comes out for after work drinks. He's pretty standoffish, but my god his work is amazing. If you have a bad client, Bill will deal with it. If you have a tech issue, Bill knows how to fix it. If you have any work related problem, Bill will know how to solve it. I don't like Bill. Bill has all the respect in the office. Bill may just like keeping family life out of his work. Bill may also not care about being friends with people at work. Bill just cares your work is good. Let Bill live. That one petty officer I had while doing military service. He annoyed me all the time and had a massive stick in the butt. Dunno if that saying exists in English. Basically means you are no fun at all. He also told me that he does not really like me, but he completely separated all his private thinking from his job of being a petty officer. Like when he would sort in people for cleaning, he kept lists to see where he send each person, as to never send someone too often somewhere. Stuff like that. He was basically acting 100% objectively when doing his work and I respect that. The English version is stick up his butt. Seth Rogen. I don't hate him, I just hate his kind of comedy. But when he testified before Congress on behalf of Alzheimer's sufferers, major respect from me. My grandfather had Alzheimer's and it was heck for all of us. There was this kid in my band class and he was a good player but he kept showing off all the time. I hated him, but I still respected him as a player and he also taught me how to play better. My boss, he's an absolute dickhead but he immigrated here with nothing but the hair on his back and now he owns a restaurant, multiple apartment complexes and 2 brand new Mercedes-Benz in his driveway. He's a grinder and I respect that. Hair on his back. Back in Greece, I was considered like child for having fewer hair on my back as other men. Here I dominate these hairless men. My parents. We had a massive falling out several years ago when they did something unforgivable. I see them once or twice a year for my daughter's benefit. I am polite and respect the fact that I am in their home but there is no closeness. My daughter is 20 and she has a relationship with them and that doesn't bother me. They reported me to CPS on a false rumor and I went through 3 years of heck to clear my name. Ryan Reynolds before Deadpool. He kept getting movies and movies with everyone trying to make him this big deal. He had a few good ones but they were mostly meh with the Green Lantern being the icing on the cake. I still for some reason find him a bit too much but man was Deadpool such a fun movie. He absolutely looked like he was having the time of his life. He needed that career win so much. Good for him. Just Friends is one of my favorite movies. We watch it every year in that time period between Christmas and New Year's. He and Anna Faris are great in it. Death metal. I'm okay with thrash, power, heavy, and basically anything metal that doesn't involve growling, but respect those who do it, because it takes a lot of effort to make. As a musician, there are tons of bands and artists that I don't really like, but definitely respect on artistic merit and talent alone. Jackie Chan. Hypocritical Wumeo totalitarian philanderer. Deadbeat dad to his illegitimate daughter. Ask any Hong Kong person and here's the live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Just that his negative press gets downplayed here most of the time. Yet you can't deny that he is an amazing stuntman who always puts his life on the line. When I went to the Nikita panel at NYCC, Maggie Q mentioned that his whole team are professionals and always put 110%. Holy crap. That's so disappointing equals. An ex-boyfriend. Dude is a pompous, arrogant, narcissistic, but he is a very intelligent, very talented surgeon, and he is very generous to people around him. From afar, he is gregarious, fun-loving, and exciting. Get too close and you see the act is really just to keep people around to praise him. I'm sorry to say, you might have dumped Doctor Strange. Tom Cruise. I absolutely despise him as a person. His personal life and the way he acts towards people, plus his heavy Scientology ties. But I'll be damned if he isn't a great actor. Made a large number of movies that I watch repeatedly, so I respect his talent. I just think he's a crap person. Absolutely. He may be a freaking nutcase, but he's extremely hardworking and extremely talented, and you have to respect that. My old classmate, she always lied about how she didn't get the best grades. She had a 4.2. She would always say I got a 98. My parents are going to kill me. I hated her guts, but she used to help me out after school when I struggled, and she was pretty chill. Ever since I respected her because she also put a lot of effort in her work but was trying too hard to be EDGY. To be fair, she might have just been trying to be modest. My boss, or rather, my supervisor. She's a freaking hard butt, no time for drama kind of person. Not really sociable, but very professional. She demands hard work and dedication, and the employees that do not fit her standard will know that. She didn't like me at first, because I have my own thing. Let's say I'm a free spirit, but after my results started really picking up, she warmed to me. I still don't like her, but I do respect that she made demands I had to meet, and when I met them, I got the nod of approval, so to speak. I used to have a supervisor like that, almost robotic in her dedication to the job. She wasn't ever nice to anyone, just less harsh when things went wrong towards better performers. She's insanely successful and has taken multiple failing locations to top tier sites. H.P. Lovecraft. His concepts and visions were so radical and ahead of their time, and his enormous body of work and style have been hugely influential to horror fiction as we know it today. However, by all accounts he seems to have been an objectively horrible person, with extreme white supremacist and anti-Semitic beliefs. The cat's name in Rats in the Walls kinda led me to believe this. It was named N-Man. Still, loved Lovecraft when I was younger. Stephanie Meyer. As a teen who went through a vampire phase, like 3 times, and as an adult who's trying to be a writer, I can't stand what she wrote and really her in general. But I mean, she wrote absolute balls that's weird Mormon vampire pee and made bank, so I have to respect the ability to achieve that coinage. She's also rather supportive of fanfiction authors and has even said some of them should move on to writing their own works because of how talented they are. Like, her writing bored me to tears, but I gotta respect that she supports her fans like that. Ellen DeGeneres. She's been through a lot. She has done great things for the LGBTQ community, but she is so unfunny to me. I don't get why she hosts such a successful talk show. I cringe and can't stand watching her. Don't like at all, but respect. Worked for lots of micromanagers while I was enlisted, and one put our shop through heck. We worked 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week for several months, and we weren't allowed to leave the section during our shift. This was all in preparation for an inspection. It was definitely overkill, but it was effective. We did extremely well during the inspection, and most of our flight members were named as honor roll, receiving awards from our command. He made chief not long after that. He went through med school while he was a senior in co as well. Really smart guy, just sucked to work for. Emo being forced to work 12 hours a day every single day for months should not be legal under any circumstances. Marilyn Manson. He scares the crap out of me and I hate his music. But I saw one of his interviews and he seems like a really nice and decent human being. Jack White. While his music annoys the heck out of me, I respect that he played blues-influenced rock at a time few others were, and b. genuinely seems to love the city of Detroit. He has also done a lot for blues and Americana music preservation too, like re-releasing forgotten artists on his own label, and producing a new album for Loretta Lynn. Liam Gallagher. Both Liam and Noel Gallagher are a pair of buttholes, but their band, Oasis, for those who don't know, dominated the charts and they've written some fantastic songs. However, Liam Gallagher is a massive spunk trumpet. Spunk trumpet. Thank you for this gift. In their playing days as a cowboy, Tony Romo, Jason Witten, and DeMarcus Ware, after they left the Cowboys and either played as a Bronco or worked as a broadcaster, I liked and respected Romo and Ware. Funny you didn't mention Witten's broadcasting skills, haha. Winston Churchill, the guy was in but he made very tough calls that navigated us through the World War, including, we have to let them bomb our city or they will know we broke Enigma. Ah yeah, the black and tans. Churchill is despised here in Ireland. Feelings in India are similar, I believe. Nickelback. Their music isn't anything special, but they know their market. They aimed for mainstream success and they got it. I've no doubt they could do more experimental alternative stuff, but that isn't their gig. Apparently they play a tight live show too. Yngwie Malmsteen. He looks stupid. He is arrogant. Massive ego. He is now a shadow of his former self. However, if not for him, we would not have many things that we currently do in really any genre of technical metal. At one time, his level of play with arpeggios was, and still is, pointless. The New England Patriots. Bill Belichick. Tom Brady. I can't wait till they're finally done, but I am looking forward to the docu series about it. Every football season my dad says I can't wait to find out who the Patriots are gonna beat in February. Going to be quite cliche here, but Steve Jobs. I just dislike Apple as a company, and from what I've seen from him, Jobs really was a nasty person. But you have to respect the fact that he built such a massive and influential company. Even when things looked down, he managed to salvage it. Bela Fleck. Guy can play the banjo like no one else and changed forever how people think about the instrument. Truly revolutionary. I don't like his music. I saw him in concert and I agree. Pretty much the same opinion. Lots of respect, but he wasn't my cup of tea. Some music genres are not in my taste, but I have respect for the artists because they need some skill to sing and play instruments, and I feel they're doing it because they love it, not because they just want money. I'm mostly hip hop head, but I respect rock, metal, electronic, classical, jazz or soul artists for what they do. I am a little into soul as well, but not as much as rap. I don't have any respect for people who doing music that sound fake and it's produced to make fast money from it. That's the main difference, not the genre. My old boss. She has no regard for employee welfare and 100% puts the company and money first. But the crap she's been through to get where she is. Having 3 kids, being beaten to an inch of her life, her husband being sent to prison and managing on her own. That woman did not sit around and feel sorry for herself. She pulled her socks up and got on with her crap. Belle Delphine. Never watched her channel or anything, but she made some serious back taking advantage of the group of people I despise the most. A true businesswoman. Elon Musk. Changing the world is a positive way, doing more for the future than almost anyone, but a huge butthole with all the wrong motives. Bernie Sanders. I don't like his policy proposals, but I respect him because he seems to genuinely care, think his ideas would really help. I'm the opposite. I like his policies, but it seems like he's playing hard into a very pathos-driven campaign focused on blaming the rich and Trump. He kind of exploits his followers for politics. There's a guy in my class who is my intellectual rival, I guess, and he's smart. We always have debates over a lot of stuff like philosophy, geography, math, history, etc. I really don't like him and we don't hang out, but we respect each other a lot. I think Donald Glover sucks. I hate his stand-up. I hate his sketches. I hate most of his music. I think he is a corny rapper for the most part. I think he is a terrible actor. I think he is a cheap director. I think he is a terrible writer. I do not think he actually has any talent. I straight up do not see it at all. I do not like anything he has put out save Redbone, and I try very hard to like his stuff. But I think it's mad cool that he puts himself out there so boldly and unapologetically, whether he has been trained to or not. He seems like a good man and a good father, and I agree this politics. Would love to be brave enough to just go for it, like that's cool. Former UK PM Theresa May. I don't like her policies or even her general attitude, but the woman was left in charge in the middle of a no-win scenario. Hot dang, did she try her absolute best to keep it all together. I would have respected that if her policies as Home Secretary weren't absolutely repulsive, and if she stuck by her principles as PM, which she did not. She stuck by the vote, I guess. I don't like Led Zeppelin because I don't find their music original. They sampled or covered some of their biggest hits and they kind of get the credit for it as an original piece because people aren't that familiar with the artists they covered. A bigger reason is more directed towards Jimmy Page. I think it's wrong that he dated a 13-year-old girl. I can respect the fact that they are all talented musicians. Bill Belichick. I despise the Patriots and their sustained success, but man, do I respect the crap out of that man. He's the greatest coach in the history of coaches. He's the undisputed GOAT coach, maybe in all of sport history too. A friend of mine. We are on opposite ends of the political spectrum, and not particularly nice to one another, but I respect his opinions. He's a decent guy. All of those pop music acts going around. I hate their crappy fabricated butt music and all the non-existent drama posted everywhere around them. Think Billie Eilish, who is probably about to snap a muscle on her face trying way too hard to look uninterested in anything around her. But those people work hard. They probably can't even crap in peace from all the interviews, shows, photos and whatever they had to do. It's not illogical a lot of them go insane from it. I will always respect someone who gets up every single day and works on their craft, especially those who do that 50x more than I do. I have a co-worker who recently got promoted. I don't like her whatsoever, however she knows what she is doing and is professional. My chef is a total douche. Zero people skills, but damned if he don't have the culinary knowledge and skills. I've learned so much from him as a cook, and I've learned so much from him as a person, as in how not to treat people. I've heard all their music and only heard a couple songs I actually liked or could take seriously. To each their own, though. If it's your cup of tea, go drink. I hate their music, but I really respect their grind. They're a great example of building your own lane and being independent. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.